You want 70. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So not mine, but one that was done to my dear sister. My sister buys these fish to feed to my BIL's pet fish. She goes into the pet store and says she would like 70 of the little guys. So, the net goes in and right into the bag. Well, my sister looks and goes, "That's not 70. So, store employee looks at my sister and goes, "Okay," and dumps the little guys back into the tank. Then proceeds to initiate MC. One in the net and into the bag. Grabs another in the net and now 2 in the bag. Another customer shows up and looks puzzled as the employee is now on a 7 count. Yup. Gives my sister a look and says, "Is he for real?" Sister could do nothing but shrug and say yes, knowing this was all on her. Sister gets 70 fish. Looks at the bag and bows head defeated as she now realizes the first bag had more than 70. Wasted her time. The employees and those of the other customers waiting for help. On the way out, the manager, seeing my sister clearly disturbed, and asked her what was wrong. She just told the manager she was in a hurry to get home. No complaint was made. She told us she knew she messed up but could not complain about it either. Employee of the pet store is my hero. Yes. Sister realized she messed up big time. Tears of joy, we all laughed as she was telling the story both at her and the awesome MC. Lady, I get paid hourly. I will gladly count your fish. Sometimes when I buy minnows for fishing, I count them afterwards. I have gotten 40 plus when buying 2 dozen. Never complain when you buy stuff like this. Whether it's feeder fish, or crickets or anything. Thankfully I learned it the easy way due to a kind PetSmart employee. Every time I go in to buy, they always give me extra. I read a very similar story a few months ago where the roles were reversed. https www.reddit.com/r/malicious compliance/comments/w904 / was upset it didn't give her the right UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals Android app and UTM name equals Android CSS and UTM term equals 1 and UTM content equals share button. Well, my sister looks and goes, "That's not 70. Technically she was correct. And that is best kind of correct. I've literally done this before. It's annoying to count them out. But if they wanted to be like that, I did. When I used to buy feeder fish, they never counted unless they were almost out. Tears of joy, just a scoop or 2 or however many needed to make sure I got at least however many I asked for. I think one day I got probably 3 dozen fish when I asked. And paid for 1 dozen. At least your sister did realize she messed up. And that's more than a lot of Karens and Kevins do. Open mouth smile, and it's funny besides grin. Actually, that employee made another post about your sister, lol. Used to scoop fish in a local pet shop. High school job. Feeders? Yeah, just estimate those. You can roughly count them in the net as you're scooping. Customer always scored some extras. For sure. But hey, some. Or all. If they're gonna be food versus the carnies that would come get them for their goldfish stands. Would die anyhow. So no big deal. Once a year store inventory? Yeah. We just estimated how many were in the tank then. 2. Lol. I wonder if she'll go back there again next time she needs fish. I probably wouldn't have the guts to rolling on the floor laughing. Do you dump all 70 feeder fish into the main fish tank at once and let the pet fish feed as it wants? Or do you have a separate tank you put the feeder fish in as not pets and pull a few out each day? Like a claw machine of death? I've done this with crickets before. Generally I don't bother doubting them, but I've had repetitive problems at this one store. Most of the time they give me a bunch of dead ones, but this time they were all live, so the bag looked emptier. I asked if it was 50. She said yes. Got home, it was probably closer to 35-40. I split them between 2 tanks, so I count at least half of them normally. Sometimes the doubt is appropriate. I used to work for a pet store a couple decades ago. Crickets and large numbers of feeder goldfish always got the requested count as a minimum. It's the same if you buy crickets. On second thought, never mind, I don't need any fish. I read this same exact story a few months ago from the employee's POV. I swear I've heard this story from the store owner's perspective before, or at least it was similar. At least she was a good sport about it. This is why I never question who's doling out my fish. Usually I ask for 10-15. And the attendant rarely counts them. On a bad day, I get exactly what I ask for. On a good day, I get more. The best time was when I got 30+ fish for the price of 10. It took almost a week for my snacks to eat them all, when usually they're gone in an hour or two.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.